Your offense
Right.
kind of failed to finish today. You guys were up in, and defense came in late and snuck the.
We did, yeah. It was a close battle. Came down to the last series for competition day, and yeah, we didn't execute. They did a good job, but they forced us to execute, and we missed a pass, and so they won competition day. They've got us 2-1 right now, so they get extra cupcakes.
Execution from your quarterbacks. What would you see today out of them?
Today was good. Today was really good. The scrimmage. There were some good things and bad things, but that's one thing that we need to get better at all positions, but in particular at quarterback, and that's to be expected when you have a bunch of new guys with new things, and they responded. Everyone could have played a little bit better in scrimmage, and a true test of character is how you respond to that once you're coached to do the right thing, and you come out and you feel sorry for yourself, or you come out and get better, and they did today. So that was exciting to see.
Seen any separation between guys, or it's pretty tight?
It's tight. It's tight. The one thing I'm really excited about now is we have our offense in. And you can kind of see that today, that it's just more comfortable. Each day they're a little more comfortable. They've repped everything now. Now they shouldn't be thinking, they should be reacting. And which enables those guys to play fast, which is a big deal in our offense. And so that's going to get better and better as we go.
Matt, how much of that offense is what you guys ran last year, and how much of it is tweaks or variations that you and or Yost have kind of brought in?
Sure. Well, spring ball is always a time where you try some new things. We're always going to install our base offense. That's one of the things we do before spring ball is look at what we've done well and how can we do it better. And where you can actually address that is in spring practice. But it's also a time when you can try guys in new spots to see what they can do, because you have a lot of guys this is their first time taking actual live reps. And then, yeah, Coach Yost has brought some great things to the table just from a different perspective. But I guess to answer your question, we're not reinventing the wheel.
Right.
Everything's going to be similar. We just want to do what we do well with a few little tweaks here and there. And that's part about getting better. If there's something out there that we think will make us better, that's not going to take away from what we already do well, we'll put it in. But there's a fine line, because when you put something else in, sometimes you lose reps of doing something you already do well. So that's something that we're always discussing, and it's always a work in progress.
As time marches on and more teams run the spread and are getting used to defending it, do you feel like you have to change it up every year?
Well, yeah, there's always adjustments you have to make. And it's an interesting thing. The less offense you have, the easier it is to make adjustments. The more offense, the more plays you have to have an answer for everything the defense does. So it's that fine line is, yeah, we want to have enough offense to be unpredictable and that can attack different defenses, but we also don't want to have too much where if the defense does something different, it's not going to give us problems, and we know how to fix it. And so, again, that's what spring ball is for. And spring ball, our figuring out is, hey, this does not work, or maybe we've got too much in, and that's happened on occasion already. So, again, it's a work in progress. Our players' attitude as far as trying to pick up everything we throw at them has been awesome.
Yeah.
We don't always execute it the right way, but their attitude and the want to, because we got a bunch of conscientious kids, has been great.
Trevor posted some video on social media of him practicing live for the first time. What were your initial impressions of how he did yesterday or on Monday, and is it just amazing that he's even back doing that?
It is. Well, from his injury to be where he is now, it's truly amazing. I was surprised that he got in there because it was full contact go. I didn't know until he was actually in there. So when I was calling plays, if I would have known he was in there, I would have tried to change it to get him the ball or protect him. But he just jumped in there, and fortunately, he did get the ball in space, and it was fun. It was the old Farrell. I mean, he broke 4 tackles, and it got him excited, because that part of coming back and taking your first contact is just a confidence deal. And 4 guys tried to tackle him, no one really did, and he ran through them all. And it was exciting. I think it gave him some confidence. It fired up our football team. It was a big momentum play.
Does it change the way maybe you would call plays, or your offense would operate with him in the lineup? Does it change
Well,
at all?
when you have a special player, and we feel like we have a lot of special players on offense, you're calling plays. First of all, you're calling plays to execute your offense. But there's also a certain category where you want to get guys the ball in certain situations. And so a guy like Farrell Brown, when he's in there, we want to have a package for him where highlights his skill set. We're really fortunate with him because not only is he great in the passing game as far as catching and running the ball, he's very dominant at the point of attack. So just running the ball his way is a good way to get him involved.
You talked about him reestablishing confidence in himself, but you guys almost have to kind of get confidence on your own, calling plays for him. And you kind of just seeing what he can do.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, we got to know that he can run full speed. And then once we know that, and that scrimmage was awesome because he showed us that not only can he run full speed, but just his mindset and his physical toughness is right where it left off. Now, I don't think he's still, because he just got cleared to run full speed this spring ball, he's still got some room to improve and get to, whatever his top end speed is. But I'm amazed at where he is right now.
He said he might be available for the spring game then, in a live situation.
Yeah, that's always day to day. It's how he feels. The last thing we want to do is we're not trying to impress anyone with the spring game. Is put him in a situation that's going to set him back when we start fall camp. But if he is ready to go and he wants to do it and the training staff's on board, then we'll throw him in there.
Do you go to situational stuff like in the scrimmage and in these competition days? Do you see Dakota's game experience pay off in any way?
Yeah, and today it was actually because we put him in tough situations, whereas the scenario, how many timeouts, you're backed up, and you need a touchdown instead of a field goal or a field goal instead of a touchdown. He's very perceptive at what's going on. Like for example, I asked, we're inside the 5-yard line. It was 8 seconds left, and we had a timeout, and but he threw it in the end zone. We ended up having 2 seconds, so we kicked a field goal to win. And I go, "What were you thinking?" I go, "Well, Coach, I knew it was close. I didn't want to take any chances, so I just wanted to take a shot. And if we didn't get it, I knew we could line up and kick it." And I go, "That's smart. That's smart." I go, "We had a timeout, and usually we'll tell you that, but he was thinking ahead of where I was thinking, because I thought we were going to have a possession throw, call a timeout, and either we might score on it or kick it. But he was thinking about the situation, and he did that in the scrimmage too. I mean, he's always looking at the chains, and he's getting better. The biggest thing with both our quarterbacks is understanding the system, so they know where the weaknesses are and where to put the ball at and where to put the ball at fast. And that takes reps. Because part of it, we need to be more consistent in the whole offense. Part of it from the quarterback position is being able to make the easy throws fast and on time. And they got better at that today.
Do you anticipate kind of Tyrell on the left side and Cameron on the right side at tackle? A couple of veteran guys just kind of switching to different spots?
We have a lot of flexibility there. Tyrell is a staple at tackle. Cameron can play every spot.
Yeah.
I'm really happy. There are two big bright spots in the scrimmage. I thought both our backs ran great. Tony and Taj ran really hard, and it was neat to see those guys carry the load. We tried to spell Royce a little bit, and we let those guys, I'm not sure the number of carries, but they took a significant amount, and they played every play full speed, and they made some big runs. But then I'm really happy with our 3 young freshman offensive linemen. Throckmorton's playing really good at tackle, Lemieux at a guard, and Hanson at center. I think Coach Wood is doing a great job with those guys. Those guys are a lot further ahead than I thought they would be, and they're playing really well. So, again, if you have the emergence of a redshirt freshman, Throckmorton, then that lets you keep Cameron where he might be better at inside. But we're still evaluating that.
How's Terrell when he goes over to the left side? He said it's kind of a minor adjustment, but is that pretty much a natural deal? Just take a guy after a couple years and switch him to the other side? Tackle?
Sure. Yeah, he has played both for us as a freshman. So, again, he's very multiple, but his skill set for a big, tall, rangy guy, he's exactly what you're looking for in a left tackle. But he's interchangeable.
How have your responsibilities changed with the receivers this spring now that you kind of have the umbrella of being the full coordinator?
They haven't changed a lot. They haven't changed a lot. I've had to rely on my GA a little bit more, Matt Neuer, and he does a great job. Because there's some times where in the past I would do extra work just to prepare for meetings, where I've kind of trained him to do that now, so I can actually prepare to get the whole script of how we're going to call practice and the different plays. And so, but the actual one-on-one contact, that's still the same. It's the behind-the-scenes work. And so we have really good help here, so that's been an easy transition.
Now that you've had more time to spend with the running backs and watching them and seeing them in the grand scheme, how have you seen the running backs improve through spring and since the end of last year?
Well, better understanding of the offense and confidence. The great thing about it, we know what Royce Freeman can do. Everyone knows what Royce can do. So we're giving him enough reps to keep him just in tuned and to keep him sharp. But the majority of spring ball is to see those other guys and get them in some full speed live situations. and they're taking advantage of it. I mean, it's a position where we feel we got 4 players that could start, our 4 starters. But Royce obviously is our number 1 guy, so we want to be able to do multiple things with those guys. Sometimes we might be in 2 backs, so they got to know the receiver position. And they make Royce better. If Royce can carry it 20 times a game, those other guys can carry it 6, 7, 8, then we're good. If Royce has to carry it 40 times, he's not as good as if he carried it 20 times. But when the game's on the line, we're still going to give the ball to Royce. Someone asked me that question the other day.
Quarterback's obviously going to be huge for you this year. What is your impression of the new guys, the new quarterbacks?
Love their attitude. This is the point of spring ball where they're starting to show an understanding of the offense. The first part, they were just trying to learn the language, get the signal, communicate the protection, get the snap off, and then go through the reads. Now that stuff is just natural to them, so you can actually see them play to their ability. Their attitude's been great. It's going to be a very competitive battle.